Last night, we introduced you to a Houston area family that fled to Colorado so their daughter could be treated with medical marijuana.
Tonight, we take a closer look at the industry, generating $76 million a year in taxes for Colorado, and so far creating about 16,000 jobs. But critics argue there are downsides, too.
Kevin Reece reports from Denver.
On a drive through a business park on the northeast side of Denver, you can almost follow your nose to the marijuana, to places like Medicine Man.
This is the brand new side.
Where Elon Nelson will give you a tour of 40,000 square feet of indoor marijuana growing space.
Now this is the drying and curing process.
Where 68 employees process and sell.
Can I see your IDs one more time?
More than 7,000 pounds of recreational and medicinal marijuana a year.
We're getting more acceptance in our state and in our community, so we're happy to just continue to thrive and continue to create more jobs.
And more jobs 5 miles away at a company called Dixie Elixirs.
Looks like we're making our crispy Kraken right there.
Where they're making marijuana-infused candy bars, and breath mints, and iced tea, and liquid drops, and more.
We sell thousands of products a week.
For a former Houston resident like Joe Hodes, business has never been better.
Absolutely, we're seeing a tremendous boom here in Colorado as it relates to edibles.
According to the latest surveys, there are now more than 300 marijuana-related businesses in this city alone, more than 2,200 licensed in the entire state, with an industry revenue approaching $1 billion a year.
The warning for Texas would be, don't do it.
Because opponents like Bob Doyle say there are other numbers to consider too, as you take a drive past all the marijuana businesses that now call Denver home. According to surveys by an anti-legalization group here in Colorado, there was a 32% increase in the number of marijuana-related traffic deaths in that first year, a 45% increase in the number of marijuana-related DUIs, and a 29% increase in the number of marijuana-related trips to emergency rooms.
Almost a quarter of our 8th graders are using marijuana in Denver.
Gina Carboni with a group called Smart Colorado says surveys show teen pot use in Colorado is on the rise too, and believes the $76 million in taxes generated last year by the pot industry doesn't offset the negative costs.
I think that people need to look carefully at Colorado and all of the unintended consequences that have come from this in Colorado.
Commercializing marijuana doesn't make us safer, doesn't help anyone but the marijuana industry.
Opponents also want more regulation.
We got strawberry lemonade and boysenberry.
For the companies selling things like pot-infused lollipops and gum, products that appeal to kids.
The suckers are only 10 milligrams, so it's just considered a single serving.
When it comes to targeting children, this is the tobacco industry on steroids.
But companies like Dixie Elixirs,
The cap is child resistant, resealable to child resistant.
say the goal is a safe industry with their products marked with recommended doses and targeted only to adults, the voters who approved all this in the first place.
We're trying to do this responsibly. We're trying to do this by regulation. We're trying to make this a safer industry because we didn't invent marijuana. Marijuana existed.
And obviously exists in Texas too, where lawmakers watch Colorado's grand experiment from afar to see if it is a safe commercial success or a social experiment that goes up in smoke. In Denver, Kevin Reece, KHOU 11 News.
Now, it is worth noting that pot sales are not legal in the entire state of Colorado. In fact, more than 70% of Colorado's cities and counties have not joined in and still consider marijuana sales illegal.